The COVID-19 virus has caused damage all across the country, attacking communities of every size and background. The CDC has even recognized that communities of color are especially vulnerable. And with the possibility of COVID-19 in our schools, Oklahoma's Muscogee Creek Nation stepped up to help their tribal students through these uncertain times.
We knew that education was going to be a primary area of need, because of all those instances, new platforms, educators may not be familiar with it, students aren't familiar with it, parents not familiar with these platforms. So
I'm Kirsten. I'm in the 5th grade, and my school is shut down because of the pandemic, and it's been super hard, and I really miss my friends and teachers.
In May, the government began to disperse funding from the Coronavirus Relief Fund, also known as the CARES Act, to tribes. For many, this funding was used to support tribal education and students. The Muscogee Creek Nation Department of Education and Training prepared their citizens and communities for the school year ahead.
We received about $13 million, and so what we did with that funding was we pulled together the managers from various departments: employment and training, JOM, higher education, Muscogee language, and we came together on how to best support our citizens, particularly students, knowing that at that time everything was still a lot of uncertainty at that time, but we were starting to see the trends that the fall terms were going to be virtual, online, distance learning, a lot of that. So we knew that we needed to support our citizens, our students, citizens. And so we came up with the virtual learning support program. And basically what that was an award, a funding award to each individual student of $850 to help them kind of gear up for the fall term. And so, and whatever that looked like for that individual, most of them, I was assumed that they purchased laptops or a tablet, some kind of device.
Now we have 2 laptops for me and my sister to do our classes on. We also have the software that we do our homework on.
The pandemic has many tribal citizens wondering if things will ever return to normal. If so, what impacts will this have on learning, tribal events, and the culture?
I know that's the strength of Muscogee people, the nation, the communities, is to be in person, and that that's where we utilize our culture, our cultural values, and our language. That's our identity as Muscogee people, and that's the strength of our people. Is to come together in the community setting. So we don't want to get rid of that. We don't want to replace that by any means. But to have virtual meetings, that could help with the budgets, with just reaching more people. Besides a health pandemic, there are other reasons, as we get into the winter months, we could reduce costs, we could reduce, just have that availability. So there's going to be a lot of changes socially, within the nation, within the United States, I can see as a result of the pandemic and people using technology more.